guys, it's TheSimsFanatic here and welcome to another video. So in today's video we are yet again continuing our build of The Sims 4 and we are in Willow Creek today. So this house, I played around a lot with the platforms as well as the terrain tools, and I also managed to add a greenhouse. I must say that it was a little bit tricky figuring out the terrain tools, but it was awesome learning and discovering exactly what how it works and all that. So this house has two bedrooms and one bathroom. It also has a little laundry room as well as some storage space under the stairs. It also has a smallish area outside that you can relax at with a small lap pool. It also has a modern looking kitchen in it. Also, the bedrooms is actually downstairs instead of like in the main area of the house, which I think makes it a little bit more private. But yeah, in the end, I do think that it did turn out well. So as you can see, currently I am busy figuring out the stairs. It was quite difficult to do, so I tried it from all ends, but in the end I actually just went with normal looking stairs, not the platforms, which it turned out a little bit better. I decided to use that white stairs to give it a little bit of a modern look. So yeah, I was just making it straight so that I can actually do that. Unfortunately, the terrain tools didn't want to work with the stairs, so then in the end I had to like take it back one bit. So yeah, you can see I'm busy making the front patio and with glass railings. I was going to put the stairs for the small outside area in the side. I was going to put that next door, but in the end I decided not to do so, but I did instead put the stairs and the sliding door on the side over there, as you can see. Then I started with the roofing. So with the roofing I played around and put a lot of parts together. There's also a little bit of a sunroof, as you will see when we get into the build. So that's just to add a little bit of more natural lights and also keep the modern touch, as I already mentioned. So I did at first want to actually get the light through all the way to the downstairs, but the shadows just didn't want to play along, so in the end I left it. But there's actually stairs like in the front and the back. I took away the side of the the siding of the stairs, just so that there's nothing underneath it. At the outside I also used hedges, but because of the different levels between the house and all that type of thing, I had to use a debug bush, just so that it can give that look of actually it being closed. I also did put a little tree there with some flowers around it, and then I of course put the mailbox and the trash can and all that. So then I started with the little path. I played around with it a bit because the terrain wasn't exactly like even. So in the end I just used these debug path things that you get. They are actually quite useful. Only downfall is that you have to individually select every single one because you can't duplicate debug items. But I think it turned out well. Then of course I added some flowers and some lights just to make it look nice at night as well. There I wanted to build a fountain, but it didn't quite work out the way I wanted to work, and then I rather used one of the outside ornaments, you know, to make it work. There's quite a few nice fountains that you can use, but yeah, in the end I went with that fountain and also those trees. There I wanted to see what it looks like and how it would look on the gallery, but it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to work because there isn't enough space. But then I left it the way it was. By the way, guys, you can go and download this house if you like. I think it's just under 100,000 simoleons, so it is a little bit for a more upper class sim, if I can call it that. But yeah, here I was figuring out the skylighting. So I added one there in the middle, and then on the other end also one in the middle. So yeah, I made it go all the way in the middle there instead of adding a little bit of the roof. As you see, I took it away now. Then here I started painting the house, and also making the layout by the stairs. So also again the glass railing, I added some doors, some windows. These university windows actually works, and get together windows works out very well. I really like them. I've been using them in a lot of builds. They just open up the space. I don't know what you guys think, but they just open up the space. So here is the thing that I was talking about, where I wanted to add the downstairs lighting through the top skylight, but in the end I decided not to do it anymore, because as I said, the shadows just didn't fall right, and that piece of roofing was just not in exactly the same place. So here I actually made the lap pool, and then again I used the path tools. Those things are really awesome. I just wanted to do something different than just using the plain old things that you do get in the tiles in build mode and that sort of thing. So I think it kind of turned out cool. You will see when it's finished. I managed to put some flowers just to spice it up a bit, and some of those lounge chairs that actually has those flamingos on, which is also quite cute. A banana tree as well as this fern tree, and some flowers as well. Here I also added some flowers. I like this exotic flower. It kind of makes it look cool. So I first wanted to put the table there where the lavender bushes is, but in the end I decided to put it on the side where the banana trees is. I also added a little bench there in front of the flowers, more to the front of the house. And here I started building the greenhouse. I was figuring out how I'm gonna do this, how I'm gonna do the eaves of the roofs, that sort of thing. I made it more roundish shape so that there's more space for them to work in. You can plant more things, so that's why I was able to add a tree, you know, a few trees like banana trees and an avocado tree and an apple tree and that sort of thing, which made it look really, really cool. I also used the black roof trim. So here you can see I got a lot of the stuff out of the debug mode for the flowers. You can still use them in live mode where it still grows and that sort of thing. You just have to water them continuously. And also I've seen, like, when playing with the slots, I've seen that when the ones here at the front, when they're like very close, the sim can still like kind of stand outside instead of just being inside, and then they can still water it. So here I was trying to figure out where to put that one just so that it doesn't stick out of the roof or clip to the roof. There, I think that's the avo tree if I'm not mistaken, and I actually took quite a while to get that banana tree, which they call a plantain tree for some reason. So that's also weird. But yeah, so there you can see I took it away. The dance floor that I used as, you know, as a lighting for the bottom, I also added a ladder so that you can actually access the garden from both the bottom and the top. So that is also kind of cool. So if your toddler wants to enter, they need to enter downstairs, of course, because as you know, they can't really climb ladders. And then over here, I started with the kitchen. I think those ones are from the cool kitchen pack that you get, which also I like the corner pieces of them with glass and all that. That's also nice. You will see that I also turned this one like sideways because it looked like there wasn't enough space, which I think in the end actually worked quite better, especially with gameplay, because nothing is in the way of the sim. Also, of course, I added the sink. It's the first time that I've actually made the whole dish rack and the sink work, especially with such a corner piece. I also added some wall lamps over there, a little towel, and then of course we added the little laundry room. It's really teeny tiny, but it works quite well. Here we added the dining room. I can't remember from which pack those items are, but they also turn out really cool. Also, of course, we need to have some utensils at the stove and some pictures, of course. I actually found a really cool picture which you will see now. So it actually has different swatches. So in the end, I chose that boat one that you can get. And here I added some curtains. But after I added the curtains, I realized that I actually wanted to add a chimney or a fireplace. So that is what I was busy doing there. But then I deleted the curtain and I actually added in a chimney with a beautiful fireplace, which also turned out really nicely, especially for those winter nights where you just want to keep warm. So I just moved the object up and down and all that, just so that it can work out. Here you'll see I used that beautiful fireplace, and also with the TV and the CD player and all that. So I did use move objects here where I wanted to put more books on the shelf, which also looked quite cool. So they have lots to read. Then of course I used these couches. I think they're all from Seasons, which is also quite nice to use. And the lamps, and also this coffee table. I think it's from Cats and Dogs actually. So I actually found an item that I've never seen before. It's those little things that you get where you can play in the sand with ball or whatever, and I found that's what I'm placing now. So I found that really interesting because I didn't even know we had that in The Sims. So of course the Christmas tree, just for that aesthetic. Here is our little storage room. So I put a few random things there, the decorations box, some random boxes with stuff in it. Of course, this picture, which it's really nice. It's like the different cultures of the world. So it shows like different cultures and also adds some diversity to the game, which is a really nice thing that the team has done. I've also added a fish tank, which is nice, and also every home, especially when you have seasons, because otherwise your Sims will freeze to death. I've added a thermostat, and also I've added this plant feature with some plants in it, and the PlayStation or the game console, whatever you want to call it. Also this corner bath, I love that bath. I always use it where I can, but not all layouts works like for it. Here I added some lights. I still use the subtle light, but then I added my own like little lantern thingies that you can put in. And then there is the bedrooms, again with the hardwood floors, and also this Cobra Cabana, I think it's called. So it's also a very nice bed that I use on lots of occasions. I think it comes with Seasons. And then also this nice mirror and also some plants. You'll see that the walls is fairly a neutral color. So yeah, and then here I added a Murphy bed. The reason why I did that is just to save space, so that you can have like a study slash bedroom, and if you have guests, you can maybe let them sleep there. So I think that is it for this specific build, people. I really hope that you like it and enjoy the screenshots. Also remember to subscribe if you like this build, and also check out my other playlists, and enjoy the rest of your day.